Hi Stampers, I'm Nancy Novak from Stampin' Shout. Welcome to my craft studio. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, we're right in the middle of my weekly video series and I'm featuring the inked and tiled stamp set. So every week I pick a Stampin' Up product and then I do 5 projects and 5 videos, and my videos are very, very short. I do all the fast forwarding for you so you can just watch and enjoy and create your own card, and afterwards you can go over to my blog and you get all the measurements and all the sizes and the shopping links and all that good stuff. So today I'm very excited because we are going to make a card that looks like it's really hard, and it's not. It's easy, and it's called a fractured card. It's kind of a silly name, right? But it's trendy. It's like all over the internet right now. I'm sure you've seen it. And I'm going to show you how to make it. And it's really, really easy. So let's make a card. And today we're going to make what is called a fractured card. Not sure how it got that name, but it is all over the internet right now. And I'm excited to show you because it's so easy to make. I think you're going to be surprised. So I'm using Calypso Coral as my card base. And I'm using Very Vanilla. And I have a pretty piece of Designer Series paper. And this Designer Series paper is called the Inked Botanicals. And obviously it goes with the stamp set. And it's very pretty. So it comes in a 6x6 pack, lots of sheets. There's 48 sheets, double-sided. So there's a little gander. And I just keep the 6x6 packs in a little quart Ziploc baggie. I keep the cover that it comes with that gives me the information of the colors. And this paper has Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Lost Lagoon, Petal Pink, and Pool Party. So whenever I create a card, I just look at the colors that's in the Designer Series paper and go from there. So like I said, we have a Calypso Coral card base, and I'm using Very Vanilla. And for the front, I have a piece of that pretty Designer Series paper. I have a square of Calypso Coral, a square of Petal Pink, and a square of Very Vanilla. So the sizes for all of this will be on my blog, stampin'shout.blogspot.com. So after the video, you can go check it out. You get all the sizes, the colors, the shopping links, everything that you need. If you do shop with me, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And any comments that are left on today's video will be entered to win today's card. So that's cool. I like that. Then I have a bunch of strips. So I guess you were wondering, what the heck can you do with all of those paper strips you have? Well, this card is a great idea for you. Before we get started with today's card, I want to show you one other card I made using the same technique. So it's a fractured card, and here it is. And if you've been watching any of my videos, you probably know that I really, really like the countryside corner dies. So I wanted to try it with this technique, and this is what I came up with. So we're not making that today. We're going to make this one, but you'll get the idea, and you can make your own card. Just pick whatever shape you have, whether it's a square or a hexagon, countryside corner dies. You can use it with any of those shapes, and it just takes a little bit of practice and a little bit of cutting, and it's easy. But here's the card we're making today, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is take our piece of Designer Series paper, and then we're going to take our 2-inch square, and we're going to put it like that, in that direction. I'm going to glue it down and center it. So I'm not centering it in the middle, I'm centering it left to right, and I'm just going to put it up more towards the top. I think I like the way that looks. Then I'm going to bring in my first strip. So I have 4 strips. These are 1/4 inch strips. And I'm going to lay the first one down right there. So I'm going to put some glue on here. And I'm starting right at the edge, and then it's going off the paper. Then I'm going to bring my next strip in, and I'm going to butt it up to that one, and I'm going to glue it down, and it's going to go off the paper. Then our next strip is going to be butted up against that one, and this one's longer. It's going to go almost all the way to the end. So we'll put some glue on there. And then our last strip is going to be butted up right here, and it's going to go off the edge of the paper. So I'm going to put some glue on, just like that. So now I'm just going to turn the card over and trim off the extra. And that is pretty much how you put together a fractured card. Isn't that cool? So now let's do a little stamping. I'm going to bring in Calypso Coral, and I'm going to stamp on this very vanilla piece right in the center. And then I'm going to glue these two pieces together. And that's going to go right there. But before I do that, I am going to stamp right down here with just a note. And I'm going to stamp that in Calypso Coral. So it's kind of faint the way it shows up, but I think it's kind of cool with the little smishmash of paper design on here. I kind of like that, but if you want, you could always stamp on a strip of paper and add it that way, but I like the way it looks. This is a secondary thought. I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to bring in a stamp, and I'm just going to very lightly stamp off and put a little bit of color all around this flower. You have to remember to stamp off because you don't want it too dark. And it kind of mimics the paper, the design that's in this, this pretty paper. So I think that's good. We're going to add a bow. I'm deciding if I want to pop this up or not. And I think I am. I'm going to pop it up on the dimensional. Bring my card base in. I do like that popped up. I'm going to add this to the front of the card. I'm going to add the bow last. So on the inside, I have two pieces of very vanilla. I like to do the two pieces just because I think it looks a little bit more elegant. So I'm going to glue these two pieces together. Then I'm going to put them on the inside of the card with a strip of Designer Series paper. Now I'm going to add a bow. I generally don't like to tie bows on camera. There's so many different ways you can tie a bow, but I'm going to tie this one on my fingers. I'll add a glue dot and look at our card. So don't forget, your comments will be entered to win today's card. If you're not a subscriber, please click subscribe. But click that notification bell too. Every time I do a new video, you'll be notified. So tomorrow I have another card for you that I think you're going to like. It's got a little bit of heat embossing on it, but this is today's card with the pretty Designer Series paper. Now, if you were going to stamp a sentiment, you would stamp first before you glued all this together, just in case you made a boo-boo. But this is a nice card to write in, and it says just a note. So I think it's perfect. So what do you think? Do you like it? Let me know. I'll see you tomorrow at noon. Don't be shy. Stamp and shout.